I want to raise an issue of the inability to recruit and retain staff across the public health service, and we're now reaching a crisis point. And this is particularly the case in the crucial area of home care services. Despite the increased allocation of hours by the government, people dependent on the service are actually receiving cuts in their hours due to staff shortages. I want to give an example of Kevin, who suffers from MS. Kevin needs help getting out of the bed, getting into the bed and feeding himself. He did have a carer visits of 4 times a day, and just over a week ago he was given 2 days' notice that he'd have no more visits due to lack of staff. In his own words, he felt he was being left to die. The situation has changed after he went public and those hours were reinstated. That is an extreme example of what people are facing, but many people dependent on these hours are losing those hours due to staff shortages. When you look at the pay and conditions for home care workers employed by agencies funded by the HSE, it's very easy to see why people are leaving or not taking up jobs. The norm for agency staff is a minimum wage of €10 an hour, 0 hours, no sick pay, no pension, and constant stress of getting from one client to the next. They have to provide their own transport and don't have any allowance for doing so. If you take an example of a carer in Dublin, they might have 2 to 3 clients in an hour. If they use their own car, the problem of traffic and parking fees, many actually use buses. The reality of their travel costs is that they actually earn below the minimum wage. In rural areas, they are being forced to speed, taking risks on country lanes, and the HSE pays these agencies €30 per hour per client. If a carer does 2 to 3 clients in that hour, that's €60 to €90 for the agency and €10 for the actual carer. Why does the HSE not directly employ these workers? They used to until the decision to privatise the services nearly. Directly employ these workers on a decent wage with a travel allowance, sick pay, pensions, etc. These workers provide a crucial health service for which they need certain qualifications. They are not just being overlooked, they are being undervalued. They are being abused, treated like dirt, and certainly not treated like the heroes they should be treated as. They were the ones on the front line, going door to door, client to client, and lost money during the height of the pandemic because families were afraid that they could bring the infection into their homes.
Thank you, Deputy.